Now, the China NEV sales on new energy vehicles, ladies and gents, is set to hit a record. I mean, you will know by now that obviously China, when it comes to this NEV sales, ladies and gents, they really dominate, or they are the leading country that is dominating into this NEV penetration. I mean, last year, you know that China obviously constituted to about or over 50% of the NEV sales which were done worldwide. They were done in China, which is something that must just show you that China, when it comes to the NEV penetration, it is a world leader. Now, ladies and gents, for the month of August, the NEV sales hit 529,000, and China is expecting that in September we could see the NEV sales hit 580,000, which is something that must just show you that in terms of the deliveries from various or different companies, including Nio, which is our favorite stock, we can expect to see some good deliveries for the month of September. Now, before we go deep into this video, you know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now, I really appreciate if you can just hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, I will appreciate if you can just hit that like button if you do enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about the deliveries that is expected by China, obviously in the month of September, and what does that mean for EV companies like Nio. So, as I've said, the China is expecting to see 580 NEV sales for the month of September, which is good news to companies or EV companies like Nio, because this just definitely means that we can expect companies like Nio to start to deliver good deliveries when we compare probably to the kind of deliveries that we saw for the month of August. So Nio, we can easily say that from this projection we can expect it to probably report some good delivery figures. And obviously with Nio, you will know that Nio, ladies and gents, before this month end, they will be starting to deliver, or they will be starting to obviously start selling vehicles from their second factory called Nio Park, which you know by now that it has started with the mass production, which is something that is incredible and something that must just show you that the companies like Nio, the future is looking so bright. And the fact that obviously the ET5, which is the model in Nio, which is expected to do very well because the pre-orders of that model is around 200,000. We know that Nio, ladies and gents, for the rest of the year, we can expect the deliveries to grow stronger. In fact, the CEO of Nio has assured us that starting from October or in the Q4, Nio will be breaking, of course, a monthly record each and every month. And I tell you now that this is a company that one way or the other, it is just set to do very well. And Nio will produce good deliveries, especially that this sedan called the ET5 is starting the sales, or they are starting with the deliveries of it from the 30th of this month. I'm very excited about those kind of news. I mean, Edison Yu from Deutsche Bank was being interviewed, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, and he uttered very good comments about Nio and saying that they remain bullish, or in fact Nio is their top EV pick in China because they are foreseeing it doing really well. And they, of course, they made a statement of saying that obviously the ET5 will be that car in Nio which will really drive a lot of sales, which I personally believe that also because we know that from the pre-orders, it has already surpassed all of their previous models, and we have seen a lot of people of videos of a lot of consumers going into the Nio houses just to see that Nio car, which obviously is the one that makes me to say that we can easily see it do very well. Now, another thing that is of importance that really shows me that the ET5 will be the one to drive a lot of sales onto Nio is for a fact that the waiting period for the ET5, you will know by now that it is almost 6 months, which is something that must just show you that obviously this is the vehicle that Nio will be producing in their new plant, but still with the new plant, which will be having a annual production capacity of 300,000 before this year ends, and we are still hearing the waiting period of this car to be 6 months. This should definitely show you that obviously the demand is a lot for this car, and the Nio obviously will drive a lot of sales from this Nio ET5. And obviously there's also some good waiting period from the ET7 ES7, which is something that is incredible and something that must just show you even on their old models there are still some waiting period there, which is something that must just show you that they still demand even on their old models. This is a company that, ladies and gents, though share price wise it has been hammered. I mean, this week we saw Nio falling down sharply, and some of the investors, they were really panicking as to what is really going on with this stock, because one thing, or if there's one thing that we've been reading about Nio recently, is just good news from the 85 pre-orders, from the comments made by the CEO. I mean, the CEO did indicate that obviously from the ET5 they are expecting to sell over 10,000 of just this model in December, which is something that must just show you that delivery wise in December Nio will deliver robust delivery numbers. And again, I will stress this, that for a fact that of course the CEO has again indicated that of course Nio in the Q4 will be breaking delivery records each and every month. It's one of the things that must just definitely motivate you to remain long and strong onto this Nio stock. I mean, personally, I shared, those of you that follow me on Twitter, I shared a screenshot after I made a transaction, or after I loaded more onto this Nio stock, because this is a company that, ladies and gents, I just believe that it's just set to do very well. And those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, those that are persevering throughout this volatility on the share price, are definitely going to be rewarded in due time. Nio is a stock which is just set to do very well, and it will reward those that are patient in the near future. Otherwise, so many analysts or all analysts in Wall Street that have obviously evaluated this stock, I have given it a buy, which is something that obviously must just show you that even the big guns are hoping or are really bullish onto this Nio stock, which is something that is a good positive sign. And that, my friends, the fact that of course China is expecting to see 580,000 NEV sales for the month of September, which is higher than the 529,000 which they saw for the month of August, is something that must just motivate you and make you to see that Nio, in terms of the deliveries, will do very well, or we can expect them to do very well in terms of their deliveries for the month also of September, which is something that is incredible. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you this quick updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Now, before you load the boat onto this Nio stock, you already know that you need to do your own due diligence, that at least you can be comfortable and not panic when you see sometimes these sharp falls like the ones we witnessed this week. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.